Hello, hello. Thank you so much for joining this call. And we're here so that we can talk about everything that you feel that you're wrong about. Like yesterday night, we had spoken about let's talk about money. Now we are talking about everything that you're wrong about. And I have with me today Raashi Gulati. She's from Mumbai and she's a certified facilitator with Access Consciousness. And we're together going to be doing this call, which is like a beautiful thing, which is would you teach a fish to climb a tree? Or rather, I should say abilities and disabilities. What are abilities and what are disabilities? So before you guys join, राशि का एक सवाल था. What got you? What gets you to this call?
You want to pin me because then you and
Yes.
I can be on that main thing.
Yes. Can we pin two people? Yeah.
Because you automatically become, so I become the second one.
Is that how it is?
No.
Is this okay?
It's okay. Okay, welcome everyone. So yes, Kavita, going to your question. Let's start from there. It's okay.
So what gets you onto this call? Because the call says, let's talk about everything that you're wrong about. Do you think you're wrong to be on this call? Or you want to be right so that you can prove that you're not wrong? What is going on?
Or you want to prove how wrong you are?
I am definitely.
So something is coming up for a little. Taras?
Yeah, so I mean, haven't we all, or at least personally speaking, I've judged myself for the longest time. And for everything you feel you're wrong, this is not right, and this is not right, and this could be done better, or this could be done somewhere, some other way, and somebody else is doing it better. So yeah, it's just always that, right? So yeah, when Kavita said that, it actually seemed very funny because, you know, you do get on to the call to say where all you're going wrong, and to actually tell yourself that, no, you're not really all that wrong.
It's easier to kind of identify where we are wrong. And because we've been trained, it's a programming given to us, and since the time we're born, because our parents have done that and their parents have done that, and it's a passing on, your lineage. So how can you not be wrong if they were wrong? And even if they were right, you're definitely wrong. So that was the whole idea of doing this call, because we wanted to call it abilities and disabilities because that was very pinging in our world, but then that somebody had already done, and then we didn't want to be wrong
or get into the copyright issue.
We didn't want to copy it, so we said, okay, let's not do this.
Different.
Yeah.
So
can I add on that there is also that judgment of, oh, if you're right, you're being extremely arrogant.
Yes. And if you're arrogant, then you're definitely wrong. Because that's how the people will see that you're so arrogant, that's so bad, that's not done, that's a bad thing. And so you don't want to be wrong, so you don't want to be arrogant, because then you will have lesser people, or should I say you would have more people, because that attitude that you get when you're being arrogant is what? That, walking in knowing that you own the world, that is your knowing, right? And how can you not? We love to diminish ourselves. We love to make ourselves smaller and lesser. What if we could just allow that to just be?
And to add to that, arrogant, a lot of time people misidentify as having false pride. False pride and arrogant are two different things. Arrogant, as Kavita just said, you always know who you are or what you know about it. That's why it's you're putting on that cap and you go like, you know what, fuck it, I know it. What about it? And why do we have to feel sorry about what we know? And or if we don't know?
True.
Like, how people talk about, I have this problem, I have this disability. Maybe in that also is something that's why you're asking for that in your world.
So we here going to be talking about how these special capacities that you have, where you are perceiving, everyone's just perceiving, that everyone's carrying that information that they are wrong. What if you're not? Because I'll tell you, I had gone to this place, and I remember Jeevan was there in Malaysia. That was my first long 7-day retreat kind of a thing. I walk into a room where there are 200 healers and people are there. And first day I was like full of joy. Then the minute I saw so many, I was like, oh my God, so many of them. I'm just nothing. I'm just a small little, drop, not even a drop in the ocean. They know more, I don't. Oh my God, where am I? Why am I here? All those things were going on. And I remember RD sir was there and he said, who does it belong to? I said, what? Mine. We love to claim it. Ye to thought mera. Don't take it away from me, okay? This is so mine. And he's like, do you think that you're perceiving that other people are not feeling confident enough? And he just said one line. And I was like, that after 2 days of feeling, sulking and feeling low about myself, that I'm probably in the wrong place, that I'm not good enough. And I don't know. It's just, there was the balloon kind of burst. And I was like, wow, I can just be me. You mean to say it's okay? They also would be feeling the same that I am feeling, and nobody's ever going to talk about it, which means I'm okay. I'm not wrong. That was one tool that saved my life. I did not go into wrongness of me for the next 5 days, because 2 days I was sulking that probably I'm in the wrong place.
So saying that is really, at every degree, I mean, at whatever age we all could be, we've all gone through like that for so many things.
I still go through it.
Of course. I mean, right now, people being in the call could have been thinking, oh, I don't know how to come unmute and say it, what people will think, this and that. This is how we know how to make ourselves less. But one brave person shows up on who unmutes and always collectively asks those questions. So it doesn't make you wrong if you don't unmute and ask. Because a lot of time we start thinking, okay, you know what, when will I show up in one of the big classes or, unmute myself and throw all my questions out. But you being just there and even, being present, you automatically start being that contribution.
So these capacities that we're talking about are ADD, ADHD, OCD, autism. Now we want to just believe that I'm not diagnosed and I'm not this. My question is that I used to feel that, she used to feel that for the longest time. And uska to test bhi kara hai, usme bhi nahi aaya. Okay, because she had all signs, all symptoms of ADHD or like dyslexia or whatever that is, okay? Yeah. But it didn't come up in the report. But everything was hinting towards that. Mera report nahi kiya because they said, no, we don't. See, none of the parents wants to know unka bachcha thoda sa demented hai ya pagal sa hai. Pagal as per this reality, okay? Ye reality mein aap bevkoof ho, pagal ho, everything, okay? And you will start believing that. At 40, I get to realize, oh, I have ADHD. And that was so not true because I never wanted to read this book. And me and Raashi, I know what a challenge this book has been. My body was restless and I was like, oh, going like this. I've never had that with any other book but this book, because I thought this does not apply to me. Would you teach a fish to climb a tree is the book, okay?
And then only like, what are they saying?
Kya chahte ho, What is ADHD? Attention deficit hyperactive disorder. It is not a disorder. As per this reality, it's a disorder, but it's actually not a disorder. Hyperactive people are like, उनका जल्दी focus change होता है. अभी वो एक चीज पे 2 seconds से ज़्यादा बात नहीं कर सकते हैं, या मतलब जल्दी.
It's like a multiple thought going on at the simultaneous. Like you need to do beyond one thing at the same time. When we are asked with one, we just lose track. Yeah. I'm the one. Yes.
I'm the one. Yes. So one thing at a time करना हो तो आप बिल्कुल laid back हो जाओगे, procrastinate हो जाओगे, lazy. You will judge yourself. You'll judge yourself to no end that I can't do this and I can't do that. But you're doing, 5 things at one time, and you're like, wow, I can do it all. Even though you may crib that I have too much to do, but you will be able to focus or rather concentrate and do and get everything accomplished very quickly. That is what ADHD does. Okay, and then people will make you wrong. कि तुम पढ़ाई करते समय टीवी नहीं लगाया करो, पढ़ाई करते समय म्यूजिक नहीं सुनते, एक टाइम पे एक ही चीज करते, because that's this reality. and then you'll make yourself wrong that मैं ऐसे क्यों नहीं कर सकते जैसे ये लोग करते हैं, and you make them look wrong because वो at a time एक चीज कर सकते हो, तुम at a time 5 चीजें कर सकते हो, so they don't want to look bad, so it's like a tussle that keeps going on, who's right and who's not. So what are you aware of is what we have to, we would like to talk about it, that are you even aware of these disorders, first of all, so-called disorders? Yeah, so you are aware of multiple universes, not only yours, but people and more and beyond, right? So be it OCD. एक second note. OCD जैसे होता है. How many people just like to say I'm OCD, but they're really not. They're very selectively OCD, right? Sometimes. So my thing is, yes. So Raashi, what is it that we could contribute to people with this call so that they can have ease in their world with the wrongness that they are perceiving in their world?
Like, first, just to acknowledge you're not wrong. It just, by even saying that, it just gets so many things that just starts melting down. Because we have every level, everyone in their own way have made to believe you're not wrong. And what is when the minute you tell someone you're wrong or you don't know how to do this, it's a judgment. And underlying the judgment is, it's either you're doing it to yourself or we are waiting for someone else to do it to us. The minute there is no judgment, everything is just like that commute to be who you really like to be in this planet Earth.
So what can they do to change it? What are the tools?
One of the things is just be you.
So how many of you are scared to be you? Is there anyone who would like to kind of talk about it, and could we change it now? Being you, maybe you're not even aware of what you are supposed to be or like who you would like to be, because you've been trained, you've been programmed in a way when you were born that this is how you have to be because you're born in a particular culture, ethnicity, city, or a village, maybe, I don't know. And maybe you had grandparents, maybe you had a joint family, and then you're just trying to live up to everyone's expectations but yours. And then you're like, okay, if I could run away, maybe then I'll be right. Let people not see me who I am. And then you're trying to please people, but you really can't please them because you're not pleasing yourself at all. So occasionally you will start exploding, and occasionally you'll have agitation. You're angry. You're anxious. How many people have anxiety? Okay, do you know what anxiety is? Like,
sorry, I'm interrupting, but this is the conversation I was having with myself yesterday before this call. I was.
What were you aware of?
I like what someone wrote on the chat. What did she write? S20. I don't know, it's a he or she, sorry. Yes, I have a thought that I want to go to a place where no one knows me, like don't know me. Like we want to disappear. Like a lot of people want to do, like they want to disappear.
Yeah. Because the more, so yes, Savia, if you would want to talk, what were you talking about this? Because it's about the anxiety that builds up.
About judgments of others, judgment which I think half your life you have lived as per other people's expectations and stuff like that. And the thought of running away sometimes comes so much. Just want to run away from everyone. But this is exactly the conversation I was telling myself yesterday, and I was very as I was having this conversation.
Child room ka kaam karna
hai. People, please mute yourself. Yes, yeah. So then?
So obviously it takes time for you to make that change in yourself. It doesn't happen that easily. In fact, I'm even resisting the change somewhere. I feel I'm not even open to that change yet.
Yeah. So how many? What the visual that I get is when you're walking and you were the one. Suppose you were a witch in some lifetime and you were stoned to death. So they will put that person in the middle, and everyone is looking at that person, and you're like ashamed, embarrassed, and everything, and everybody is throwing stones. So you don't want to be that person. You don't want to be in the center stage because you're going to get all kind of people looking at you, maybe lustfully, maybe with hatred, maybe with a lot of love, maybe
It's a lot of
whatever.
bashing, right? It's like a lot of bashing coming in all ways of life. So
Yeah, a lot of bashing coming, and then you don't want to be there. It's just that even if you're not in the center stage, but what if you could be in the center stage of your own life? What does that look like? Where are you resisting being in that, like center stage of your life and receiving it all, while you want to show up as you, while you want people to see you, while you want to make a lot of money, while you want to have a lot of relationships and beautiful, healthy relationships, joyful relationships, but you don't want to be in the center stage of your own life? What would it take for you to be that energy? That, yes, okay, come, bring it on.
And what about something what you already know, where you're not acknowledging every one of y'all?
Yeah.
Like when you're actually in your own space, like as y'all asked, what is being you? When you're really with yourself, what do you really like to talk and be with yourself? That's being you. Because to have your name, like to be Kavita, Kavita just be Kavita. To be Raashi, I just be me. That is the energy, like something I know what works for me. Like, so don't we know that sometimes when we're doing something, we know we can just do it? So why not all allow that energy to just make it more greater?
So when we were kids, okay, I used to laugh with ha ha ha. Okay, my teeth would like show. So then they would say, "Ladkiyan aise nahi haste, fir shaadi nahi hogi." Okay, whatever. Like, I don't know. So we are from North Indian family. Okay, we have too many do's and don'ts. So you sit properly, you do things, and I would not be able to walk on a straight line the way people would. For me, my straight line would be zigzag, zigzag. Okay, and that would be wrong, or I would sound very irritating to people, because I was always called irritating, and when I was reading this book, and I was like, Raashi, this is me, because everyone would just find me irritating. Are you so annoying? Shut up! You just shut up. Either you're too loud or you're too quiet. You're just different. You're not like everyone. So if you talk too much and if your child doesn't, you'll make the child wrong. मेरे बहुत दोस्त हैं, इसके दोस्त नहीं है. And the works, okay, and it just extrapolates into things that will make your mind go like, maybe I've done something wrong, that's why my child is not able to do this, or that, or even after COVID, that they are too much into their gadgets and everything, and then you have to find wrongness in that, because we didn't have gadgets, right? Had we had, we would have been the same, I guess. But we had the luxury of going out and playing with kids, and now kids don't. So what if they're not wrong? What if we could just see it from their point of view and not make them wrong and make you wrong as a parent, or it make yourself wrong irrespective? So the whole idea is these are capacities that you haven't really identified, and your okay. So computer came way back in 1990s. The 2000 kids are very different, and so their processor is faster than ours, and way faster. Okay, now every time there's a new phone which comes, the processor is even faster. So would you make so we are obsolete maybe, or the processor is not really working that fast, but their processor is. So a slow one is going to tell the fast one, hey, you're wrong for working too fast. That's not the right thing to do. That's what we've been doing. And if the smarter ones, or the processor faster ones, they tell the parent that you're too slow, then you have to judge yourself for being slow. What if you could just upgrade yourself, right? Memory upgrade, like iPhone keeps sending upgrade, 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 some software upgrades. What if you could just upgrade your software and you don't have to judge yourself? How much ease would that be? How much lesser wrongness could you go into your life with that? You don't have to make yourself wrong for everything that you do, even if you think you are, even if people tell you are, and you don't feel so, then you're not. So those capacities that we're talking about is like you are aware of a lot of multiple universes in that one moment. Okay, that's why you're jumping from one point to the other and doing stuff, or you don't want to make an eye contact, or you just want to stay away from the social gatherings. And what if that's not wrong, Mariam? Well, but then if they are watching video and the entire time, team is what I get. You don't have to handle anyone, do you? Do you handle yourself when you're doing something you really enjoy doing? You really have to handle, and every point of view that you've taken, that it's a wrong thing, that whatever they're doing, because what are your conclusionary realities? What are your presumptive realities? That पढ़ेगा नहीं बच्चा, पूरा दिन ये करेगा तो आंखें खराब हो जाएंगी, फिर मार्क्स नहीं आएंगे, फिर आगे नौकरी नहीं मिलेगी, नौकरी नहीं मिलेगी तो छोकरी नहीं मिलेगी, छोकरी नहीं, you are already concluded in your head, ये बहुत खराब हो जाएगा. That's why अभी खेलने से रोको, ताकि वो दिन जो आएगा वो शायद तब एंजॉय करेगा, तब तक वो ऑलरेडी उसकी बैंड बच चुकी होगी. हम वो दिन के लिए आज ही उसको मना कर रहे होते हैं. Like, is that even working? So they get upset with you because they're not getting to do what they would like to do. You were not allowed to do what you were wanted to do, and so you're imposing the same thing. What if you did not have to handle it? What if you trust that your child knows? What would that be like?
Sometimes it's hard to do that, you know, because you've been living with so many labels that have been put on you.
Atish?
And
Yeah, okay.
and
वो भी बच्चे को बुलाया, देखा यही होता है. Yeah. बच्चों की स्टडी में इंटरेस्ट नहीं है तो क्या कर, कुछ नहीं करना है, उनको खेलने दो. मे बी वो खेल से कुछ सीख जाएंगे. दैट्स द होल थिंग. वेयर हैव यू डिसाइडेड दैट पढ़ लिख के ही वो अच्छा बनेगा, कमाएगा और फिर उसकी लाइफ सेट होगी? किसकी हुई है? हमको सिर्फ कितना धोखा दिया हमको, ये पढ़ाई कर लो, वो कर लो, उसके बाद ये हो जाएगा. बट वी स्टिल देयर, राइट?
Disclaimer, हम ये नहीं बोल रहे स्कूल से निकाल दो.
हाँ, what did you say?
As a disclaimer, हम ये नहीं बोल रहे स्कूल से बच्चों को निकाल दो. We're just saying let them be them. Trust that because they always know something. Because
And they know
ultimately
more.
when they're playing, they'll know when to come back to study. Everyone knows. Don't we knew in our time as we started growing that okay, I know when I have to study and when I have to play. Of course, who doesn't
It's
like
programming. It's a lot of programming we
It
have
is.
gone through.
it is
So we have to
much
work on
to break
ourselves.
through.
We
Yeah.
only have to work on
aware
ourselves.
and present.
To all the parents here, can I talk a little bit?
No, so I'll tell you one thing. Okay, so when kids are born, no, भगवान का रूप होते हैं, right? बच्चे भगवान का रूप होते हैं. Then as they start growing, like 2-3 years, then you start slapping them. भगवान को slap कर रहे होते हैं, थप्पड़ मार रहे होते हैं, हम बता रहे होते हैं भगवान को आपको क्या करना है, क्या नहीं करना है. Could we just kind of identify what kind of a ridiculous way of parenting is that? That we know more. भगवान को पता होना चाहिए ना, भगवान को पता ही है. But you don't want to trust Bhagwan because their bodies are very small. You think you know more.
But we actually don't even trust Bhagwan.
Bhagwan,
If people who go to temples or anywhere in any form of religion, they're actually telling the God every step of it what they want.
yeah, भगवान
तो
को हम बताएंगे. भगवान को नहीं पता है हमको कैसे चाहिए चीजें. भगवान को हम बताएंगे.
But which is true, we do know internally everything, but we just manipulate it in a different way outside, and we want to control.
And that's what ruins everything. So you just have to simply probably ask a couple of questions, expand out. Where you're just getting very irritated and cranky and annoyed, just allow yourself to expand out in all directions. Because that anxiety, that's not yours, you're just perceiving it. That contraction that you're perceiving is not yours, you just have to expand out in all directions. And just ask, who am I being here? Are you being your own mom or your own dad? This is how they used to treat you, so you're treating your kids like that?
Or something which really hurt you or pinged you at a certain age or time that you started to believe that is your reality and you want to see that it keeps happening that way.
ये सब तुम्हारी वजह से गलती हुई है, right? That's
Blame
normal.
game.
You are the, you, because of you everything goes wrong. So I was the one, because I was a dark horse. Oh no, dark horse would have been better. I was a dark black sheep of the house, of my family. Because of me, everything was really not okay in my house. I was the culprit. And then what if you can take pride in that? What if you did not have to shy away from taking that? At least they're giving you something. Could you like cherish it and say, hey, sab meri wajah se sari duniya kharab ho jati hai. What if, that's a different way of looking at it? What if you did not have to take it to your heart and say, meri wajah se kharab, like you could be happy about it and say, yeah, somebody is at least giving you that attention. What if you're not wrong?
And who decides that we are wrong?
Parents.
Ultimately,
Okay, we've decided now. They gave it to us, and now we decided I have to be wrong, because before my parents tell me that I'm wrong, I will tell them I'm wrong. आप क्या बताओगे जो मैं आपको बता सकती that I'm so wrong. So yeah, we start enjoying that wrongness. And that wrongness is your strongness, is the whole thing that we're talking about. How wrong would you like to be? Would you like to claim, own, and acknowledge your capacities of wrongness?
Or you rather want to disappear, like how everyone said it earlier. Choices.
You see, the fact is, the being will disappear, your body will still be here. So you have to be with that for some time, till the time that you would want to really, really go. Because it's easy to go. You just have to quit, right? But you're not quitting, which means you would like to be here in a different way. And if you would like to be here, then let's make it fun for you, for us to be here on the planet, right? Because when time comes, then you're like, okay, I'm done and I'm ready to go. But right now you're stuck with that idea that, okay, I'm not done. I would want to be here, but I don't want to be here. And I would like to disappear, which is not working. None of it's working. And you're creating a mess out of it. So this 2-hour class that we're coming on 16th. Yeah, it's a beautiful tools, techniques, stuff that we're going to be talking about and clearing where you were stuck with your capacities, which you call wrongness.
And it comes with a manual from the official access.
Yeah, official, yeah.
Yeah.
So for those, even if you've not read the book called Would You Teach a Fish to Climb a Tree, you'll have certain, questions and then processes to play around with to change your reality. To at least not look at yourself in a space of wrongness.
So it's like, more jumping deep dive in your capacities, like what you have never realized that it could be a really strongness in this reality.
What I love about, reading this book with Raashi is because she also said, so I used to feel wrong about not reading books. Okay, no, a very bad thing. You should be reading books. Very good. It will increase your vocabulary and everything I was told. And I hated reading books.
You'll be more smart, be more intelligent.
Yeah.
And go on.
And then I find Rashi's like, I also didn't read. It's okay. I'm like, yeah, thank God I'm not wrong for once. Because maybe you're good at listening. Maybe you're good at visuals. But every time anybody says that you have to do it this way, makes it a contraction in your world. And you're like, no, I can't do it and I won't do it. I don't want to do it. And then you find someone who's like, hey, you know what, let's do it together. It's like, yeah, that's kind of easy. Your way of doing it could be different. You just have to start acknowledging that. And the minute we were kind of going through that, processing the information, it's quite a lot. So, and I'm like, this is me. No, this is me. This is so me. This is how I used to be in school. I mean, I was accused of I was in a girls' school, convent, okay? I was accused by my own very close group friends that you're encouraging lesbianism. I was like, how? Because I used to become a boy, because nobody would take that role. So I would always become Raj or Rahul, right? With tied up hair. So I was playing those roles. So there were other girls who were in 8th or 9th who would, would really like my role or my character, and they would fall for me. So I was accused that you are the one, and I didn't know. For the first time I heard what lesbian means, and I didn't know what it meant till then. I still didn't know till I actually grew out of my school, and it's like, oh, this is what they meant, but how? And then I was like, oh, I was made wrong. You know how often people get attracted to you, and they have lustful energy towards you, and then you go and tell your parents, and their parents like, "Tumne hi kuch kiya hoga," as if you're the only one who's wrong. Rather than perceiving, women are very perceptive. A lot of them, most of us, in fact, we get to know who is looking at us with what intentions. What if you're aware and you have not really acknowledged that you are? And if you could use it to your advantage and not disadvantage, I think you will be a game changer in your world. Any questions? Anything you would want to say? Because the chat says, Bachcho ki study okay. I have, yes, Ritisha, please ask.
Ma'am, how sometimes we go in public places and suddenly our head shook down. Like हमें sense आ जाता that someone is down there judging me out and we don't know who that person is. So like there we go into the wrongness of all of it कि मैंने कुछ गलत कपड़े नहीं पहन रखे, मैंने कुछ गलत बाल तो नहीं बना रखे, अरे मेरी
Yes.
शक्ल पे कुछ लगा तो नहीं है. I mean we start judging ourselves.
How we are looking and feeling उस वक्त.
बताओ राशि, तुम बॉम्बे से हो, वहां बहुत ज्यादा लोग हैं, तुम कैसे डील करती हो ऐसी निगाहों के साथ? बदतमीज लोग ऐसे देखते हैं और हमारे को रॉन्गनेस में चढ़ा देते. बताओ.
Earlier, like as she said, even I would be like, okay, like first thing you look at your clothes, am I dressed properly? Like, is my cleavage not visible? Like, your dress or jo bhi, like, sab kuch theek lag raha hai. And then you go like, okay, why is he trying to stare? Then you start thinking that the wo galat hai or you're wrong. Either one. But now I go like, okay, come look.
खूबसूरत चीजों देखना चाहिए.
देखो यार,
ये वाला एटीट्यूड क्यों नहीं आ जाता है भाई? वो रितिशा दिल्ली से है, मैं भी दिल्ली से हूँ. रितिशा, मुझे भी यही लगता था, पर मैं पूरे कपड़े पहनूं या मैं छोटे कपड़े पहनूं, दोनों में वो आर पार देख लेते थे दिल्ली वाले जो है. सो व्हाट इफ यू कुड जस्ट सिंपली से या राइट बेबी, ब्रिंग इट ऑन. मैं तो अब मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि कोई नहीं देखे तो बड़ा लगता है यार, कोई देख नहीं रहा, चाहे वो रिक्शा वाला क्यों ना हो. देखो, आई नो हु आई एम, राइट? So, and can you be that peacock of your world? Like, yeah, come see. I am, my wings are there, my feathers. I am so beautiful. अब भाई खूबसूरत चीजें तो ही देखते हैं ना. तुम्हें यही क्यों लगता है कि तुम कहीं कुछ गलत होगा, तुम्हें इसलिए देख रहे हैं? So if you could receive that, what would that change? And so you want to be seen, you want to be popular, you want to receive fame, but fame के साथ defamation भी. See, everything has an upside
disclaimer
to
के
it.
साथ ये चलेगा.
Disclaimer के साथ आता है. See, so बदनामी भी मिलती है, सब कुछ होता है. So are you willing to receive it all and have no point of view about it? That किसी ने कुछ तो judgment दिया, चलेगा, जैसे भी दिया.
Like if you'll notice why celebrities or really extreme rich people, they don't care. And media keeps talking every now and then, like to shit about them. But they don't care. They're ready to receive that. It's not that they're trying to hide. They're not trying to justify. They're just ready to receive it. Because they're ready to be.
कोई देखता है तो शर्म आ जाती है, शॉर्ट्स पहनने की हिम्मत नहीं होती. बता, हिम्मत कहाँ से लाए इनके लिए? हमारे यहाँ पे जगह हिम्मत नगर गुजरात में, वहां से हमें मिलती है. सो नो, आई मेंट हिम्मत नहीं होता है, ये हिम्मत नहीं होता है, ये जजमेंट्स होते हैं हमारे. आपके खुद के ही जजमेंट्स होते हैं कि कोई कुछ कह देगा, ये या मेरी टांग मोटी लग रही है या छोटी लग रही है, या बच्चे तोड़ना रह गए हैं, अभी टांगे किसको दिखानी है. वो द मिनट वो सारे जो जजमेंट्स है आप उसको जाने देते हो ना, तो अपने बॉडी के साथ जब आपका कंफर्ट हो जाता है, then there is no problem. Then you can be you.
And at any age, because so many times we have this thing, by certain age आपको ऐसे कपड़े पहन लेने चाहिए, आपका साइज ये हो गया, आप मदर बन गए हो, the list goes on. But you have to treat your body, आपको क्या comfortable है.
So ये चीजें जो है वो judgment जो additional आ जाती है ना, that that you're also thinking, you're also perceiving a lot of information, a lot of judgment coming in people's universes. That is that is your strength, that is not a wrongness. And then you will know, okay fine, these judgments are not mine, they don't even belong to me. I'm getting the judgment in any kind of clothes. तू छोटी बच्ची लगती है. So बहुत अच्छा यार, तुम्हारे जैसे लोग दिखना चाहते हैं. जूही, छोटा बच्चा कौन नहीं दिखना चाहता है? हम इतनी प्रोसेसेस रन कर रहे हैं ताकि हमारी एजिंग ना हो ज्यादा, और तुम कह रहे हो कि छोटा बच्चा पहले से बने हुए हो तुम. हाउ कूल इज दैट? व्हाई वुड यू नॉट वांट टू टेक इट इनटू योर स्ट्राइड एंड एडवांटेज? that मैं तो, आप बूढ़े हो जाओगे, मैं तो बचपन में, बुढ़ापे में भी बच्ची रहूंगी. could you have that energy and not make it
enjoy it. It's so much fun to look younger.
Yes, iPhone wants to ask.
Yeah, yesterday only, Kavita, my brother said, who are you trying to attract? You are 45. You cannot attract a 25-year-old boy. तेरी तरफ attracted तो 50-60 साल का बूढ़ा ही होगा. Why are you dressing up like this?
वहीं पे बोलते थे interesting point of view, क्योंकि मेरे को पता चला है young guys are very interested in older women.
But
So
I
was
didn't
just-
uttered a single word. मैंने कहा इस पागल से कौन बहस करे बोलने दो. Let me be in
But
alliance.
internally, don't allow that to affect you.
yeah.
Yeah, internally I
But you
wasn't
feel
aligned.
outside people.
And
You
I
know,
got it that he's jealous of my look somewhere. Maybe his wife doesn't look. So I took it as a compliment.
Yes.
Very good.
So बोलो कि next model मैं नहीं बनना है अभी, इसीलिए मैं ये ऐसे कपड़े पहने. I mean whatever, you don't even have to say like you said that कुछ नहीं है, बोला नहीं. But yes, it's about that कि judgment आ जाएगी. तो judgment लाने के लिए तो हम सी तुम वरना तो अपने कच्चे बनियान में खुश हो ना, राइट? घर पे तुम अच्छे कपड़े बाहर पहन के जाते हो, जजमेंट तो चाहिए ना कहीं ना कहीं. गुड और बैड doesn't matter. A lot of people only want good judgment.
Yeah. Tell me one thing, like I am not able to answer back when people are judging and they very smartly put on their projections. So
Yes.
I'm not able to answer them back in a very smart, manipulative way. And
So
then
what
I
are
feel
you-
I would have said something.
What are you aware of? What that कि मेरा यहाँ पे जवाब देना शायद valuable ही नहीं होगा, कि वो समझ ही नहीं पाएंगे. So वहाँ चुप रहना अगर तुम्हारी खासियत है.
Yeah, that is it.
So are you aware? Then there are you judging yourself that मैं smartly manipulation के साथ नहीं बोल पाई. So pardon for that. कई बारी हम चुप रह के जो कर जाते हैं वो हमें बोल के नहीं मिलता है.
Yeah, I agree. Yes.
So then आप स्मार्ट हो, आप ज्यादा स्मार्ट हो. फिर आपके जैसे क्या होगा कि कोई बोलेगा, फिर वो सामने वाला और बोलेगा, फिर बात का बतंगड़ बनाना बहुत आसान हो
Yeah,
जाता है.
exactly. वो I knew कि बात का बतंगड़ बनेगा and he will come up with his arrow. So that's why, yeah.
So आई पॉप करके निकल जाना है, अंदर नहीं डालना है. So point is कि आपने नहीं बोला वो भी आपकी strength है.
So next time my kitty's theme was in shorts. So I was thinking to bunk it off and you said that same thing. Now I will be going.
Please
So
wear. Please wear.
Please, I tell you my first experience. I'm from Delhi again. Okay, so I was in Ahmedabad, and Ahmedabad is very, very, very hot. Okay, and I really wanted to wear shorts. I'm talking about 2014 when I did access and everything and all. And I attend this foundation and everything. And on the third day, my facilitator said, dare करो. तो my legs were wobbly. मैं shorts खरीद के रखी हुई थी, पहनी नहीं थी. तब मैंने shorts first time पहनी. And I knew my mother would stop me from wearing it. That particular day, she didn't say anything. कि टांगे किसको दिखाने जा रही है. Okay, and I wore it. I drove down. भाई आपको DTC बस में भी नहीं जाना है. So best part. Okay, buses in Delhi, we know, it's a different energy. But I drove down and I was like, I could wear it. So all my judgment that I got thick, I felt I have silk smita thighs and everything, whatever, thunder thighs. Those were my judgments. So I pot and pocked everything. So in my head, it was like a, mantra jap going on, pot. I pot. So I really did that one entire day. And I was like, I was comfortable wearing shorts. After that, there was no looking back. I was like, बड़ास पूरी करी मैंने short कपड़े पहन के. Now I can wear it whenever I would like to wear it, not wear it. Have you seen people abroad? They don't shame their bodies as much as we do.
Yes.
Right? That only thin people would look good in this particular outfit. What would your body feel happy to wear? Could you ask your body and then wear it anyway? If your body says
prove it.
Yeah.
You don't have to prove it. Wear it because your body is asking it to wear.
Yeah, and that really works. Sometimes going in a meeting or somewhere, like asking body and like I thought, yaar, yahan wahan to sab formal pehen ke aayenge, and my body said, wear this simple, denims and this. And actually everybody was very simple and my body was so aware.
Yes. So how conveniently we go reject our awareness, reject our knowing, and then we say we go into wrongness of us. What if we didn't have to?
Yeah.
So those are the capacities that we were talking about, that everyone has these capacities. Some have more and some have made themselves dysfunctional in this reality. Doesn't mean that you don't have it at all. Some people would be on the spectrum of ADD, ADHD, autism, OCD and all. But there's a large, we all have it in us. Okay? We have these, so
this
through this topic, these words are popping a lot. Thunder thighs. Yes, thunder thighs. I had them and I was told that you can't change it because your family genealogy is like that. and I managed to shift a lot. So, what are you aware of? How much are you carrying the family genealogy with you, as if it's something that you have to die with? If you could just let that go. Yeah, voluptuous. Yes, the Victorian era. But yes, Ritisha, one more question.
Ma'am, how you are in some class and you feel like attacked, like everyone is just talking about you, judging you continuously, and you are like, I want to receive from here, but you cannot bear that so much of judgment and attacking coming on you.
So is it
No,
How do you
aware?
yeah.
deal with that? Like, you are choosing, it is your conscious choice that I choose to be here, but then there is something inside of like, shut up, how much can you actually judge me? So that
So truth, are you aware of other people's judgment and you're making it yours?
no, they say it on the face. So
Yeah, so we judge others for who we are. What Raashi said, are you aware of their judgment of themselves? And you're making it yours. Because even though somebody says it, we judge others for who we are. So are you picking it up and making it yours? And if you could just simply say interesting point of view, or you're just simply saying, hey, judgment, okay, can we talk later? Fine. And continue with the whole thing. How much, you see, that's not a great question to ask. How much can they judge? They can, because they have amazing capacity. We're not going to match that. How much can they judge? They can. Point is, what are you going to do with these judgments? And are you going to go beyond and, see yourself differently? Because you are different. You are not them. They are not you. You're just different. And that difference is your gift, your uniqueness. So bringing to you this uniqueness on 6 to 8 p.m. We're
6:30.
6:30. Sorry, I'm bad with dates and numbers.
That don't worry, you put it up. You put it up again.
6:30. We have this class coming up. Me and Raashi are going to be facilitating 2 hours of only that. And so, what is your offer? The surprise gift?
Yes. So we thought about it that if you guys sign up, let me ask, before Monday 12 noon, the actual price of the class is 4,000 because this price comes from Access. But we thought we'll give you all a discount of 1,000 rupees off. So instead of it will become 2,999, like 3,000.
2,999.
But you'll have to send us a screenshot
confirmation.
Before 12 before Monday 12 noon, because it's Tuesday the class. So people, and this is only for the people who are in the group of this group. This will not be for outside people. This is only for the people.
Only for the people who've come via the Zoom thing. And no, if you know someone who could benefit from this, sure, you can get them.
Surely.
Yeah.
We'll allow that. But after Monday 12 noon, the price will become full. So
how much fun can you have with your judgment?
When are you starting the book read? I just missed it.
It's a class on.
It's a manual. You'll get
manual of Access. It's a capacity on X-Men.
Capacity of X-Men. Okay, and we'll get the manual.
You'll get the manual by the email. So we'll take everyone's email addresses.
And what's the EE?
That's what we said.
Before Monday 12 noon, it'll be for 3,000. If you'll sign up after Monday, it'll become 4,000.
Okay.
We'll write it on the group again.
Yeah, because the class is on Tuesday evening.
Coming Tuesday 16th.
Yes.
And it's for how long is the class?
2 hours. It'll be on 2 hours online. You'll get your recordings. Everything will be given. That you don't have to worry.
Can you please tell me what is ADHD, acoustic, and all those ones again?
Autistic. What is it? I mean, these are capacities which are looked upon as disabilities in our reality. So autistic kids don't make an eye contact. They don't like to be touched. They're not too social. They don't have social skills. And they're more telepathic in nature rather than, they don't have a right or a left brain function. So those are autistic kids, but they see things for what they are, not what we think they should be. So
and who are those who just, for them, they just download the whole day?
Yes, that is autistic.
It's like it will show them the whole picture together.
Yeah.
Okay, step by step, we cannot talk to them. We cannot tell them to be slow.
No. That's when
You
they get
cannot. You see, ADHD people talk too fast and they like too many things. It's about भैंस आगे जा रही है, उधर से गाड़ी आ गई. I mean, they just keep jumping topics. So they like, you know, they're talking to you and then they're talking about something, and then they come back to this. So it's like all over zigzag kind of thing. That's ADHD. Why?
So
Because
if I know somebody like this,
Yes.
like right now I got this awareness that my brother is this. And I have never been able to listen to him because I'm never able to understand what he's saying. So I felt that mere kaan kharab hai. Kya bol raha hai? Dheere bol. Matlab, what did you say? So I tell him to repeat again, and that brings chaos between us. So I stopped hearing him. And
He's
the
ADHD.
communication has gone.
then that could be ADHD. That we're not saying, we're not diagnosing, but the whole thing is that he's aware and he's probably, they speak as the information is coming. So there's no filter. You know, it's like a fast track kind of a thing. And then we make them wrong. तुम बहुत जल्दी करते हो, जल्दी वाला space होता है. But then that's their capacity.
That's okay to have a capacity, yet what they can be to make others understand them, or that others can listen to them.
So what happens is, if we didn't have a judgment of ourselves, then we would be able to receive everyone and everyone would be able to receive us. So they have a judgment too, that maybe I talk too fast and people don't understand me. So if you could give away that judgment of his, that people don't understand me, maybe people will start understanding the whole thing.
Okay, fine. I get it. Thank you. Thank you so
Or
much, Kavita.
if you are having an issue, then you clear it up so that you can receive him for who he is and what he is.
Yes.
So you don't have to get him to a class, but then you do it and then you're like, okay, how can I use this capacity to my advantage rather than have a fight with him?
Maybe you'll get more ease in your world. And of course, you can let him also know, but definitely you'll start understanding how to deal with people with more ease. And you'll get to know about you more.
Yeah.
Raashi, Zavaya asking, Zabia, yeah. So you give your number or no?
So yeah, we can put one bank details. We'll put it up. Guys, just give us some time. Everything will be put up in this group. And any other questions, you all can always ask on the DM because we have to pop on the other class. We have a COP class now.
Bye. All the best. Enjoy.
Bye. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And you'll get the